chat. Hey, Rhea. Chat is gonna freak me out because I'm doing this on my phone and I'm not used to it at all. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna try to pull it up over here on my MacBook or whatever to see if I can see the chat. Oh, yes. Okay, I can see it way better over here. Okay, cool. You guys can hear me. What's been going on? Sorry I've been MIA. It was like right when I said, hey, there it finally is popping up. Plants every inch, 902. Larry, Laurie, Christy, hi. Hi, you guys. So right when I was trying to like get my shit together and start posting a lot more content, I pulled like a chest muscle or like a pec muscle or something. And if you follow me over on Rachel's So-Called Life on Instagram, you'll know because I've been posting stuff about it. But I don't think I've been posting much. Hi, Natural State Ashley, Deborah Laws, Christy Seller, Investigating Plants. Hey. Hey, Whitney, what's up? I can't, here, I'm just gonna call you Zeta. I sprained my boob 100%, Andrew. So, but what was weird is when I did sprain it, I didn't know it happened. So I was working out and doing like deadlifts and stuff like that. Kicking my girl. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If she screams at some point during this live, it's because she sees someone walking past and there's nothing I can do about it. But you guys will get to experience the hell that is my life dealing with this damn dog. She's a menace to society. But anyways, so I was doing deadlifts, right? And then like my first PR that I set, which I'm sorry if this isn't plant related, you guys. We're just catching up. Yeah, Christy, for sure. So, I did a PR of like deadlifting 150 pounds, which is like 20 pounds more than my body weight. And then 2 weeks later, because I guess I thought that I was like a super badass or whatever, I went for even more. So I did like 160 deadlift and everything went great. Like the weight went up good. And I didn't feel like I strained anything or anything like that. And it was like, I don't know, like a couple days after that, I woke up. And when I was breathing, y'all, I felt like Red Fox. Like, I would take a deep breath and it was like, I was like, am I going to have a heart attack? Like, am I legitimately about to stroke out? Like, what is actually happening here? And you guys don't, yeah, middle-aged lifting is hard. So I've already had tennis elbow. I didn't tell you guys about that, but I strained the shit out of my tendons in my elbow, like I guess doing too much in this department. And then, but I sprained my boob, Andrew, so hard that it actually affected my upper back also. And I'm gonna be 38 this year, and chest pain is not cute. It's not a look. We're not going for that, you know? And I'm like, damn, dude, wouldn't that be something if I was just trying to get my shit together? And then, like, I dropped dead of a heart attack, like, right when I'm trying to get my shit together. That would be so perfect, and that would be on brand 100%. But, thank goodness that's not what's going on. They gave me, like, a lung x-ray just to make sure nothing's wrong with my lungs. But yeah, dropped dead from deadlifting. That's what I told Casey this morning. I said, seriously, that's why they call it deadlifting, because that shit will murk your ass. Yeah, I am kind of embarrassed about it because I had to have the doctor look at it, and I was like trying to explain it, and I was like, when I breathe in real deep, it's like, you know, and I had to make like this funny expression, but it was like it was only happening to me like when I was trying to do cardio and stuff, and like I was trying to breathe heavier and whatnot. So, and then I was like, oh, I'm doing cardio, and then I'm getting chest pains. I was like, I'm for sure dying, you guys. I'm for sure dying. So, okay, and so my anxiety's so bad. You guys know that my anxiety's like completely untreated and through the roof half the time. And so chest pain, that muscle relaxers weren't fixing. And then my anxiety was like, you're for sure dying. And then like I just couldn't catch a break. It was crazy, but I feel better today. I really genuinely feel better. They gave me some prednisone, which is like a really hardcore, like anti-inflammatory steroid type of deal. And when I was breathing this morning, when I woke up, it was like the first time in a really, really, really long time that it didn't hurt. And I've also been holding my shoulders up like this, breathing really shallow too, because I'm like trying not to experience those sharp pains, right? So I'm like involuntarily like shrugging my shoulders like this. And then, so it's like wreaking havoc on my entire body. But enough about me. How are you guys? Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was scary. It was scary, but it's all good now. My blood pressure was good. I just had some blood tests done. All my blood tests were good and stuff, but it just seemed so, like I was saying, on brand. That, you know, I would just be starting to get my shit together. I quit smoking. I quit the Juul. I quit all the bad things. You know what I mean? And then it would just be fitting to be like, you know, right after that. So, yeah, the anxiety telling me I'm dying. That's not the first time it's actually happened to me. I'm a real, like, mess, you guys. So, the last time I thought I was dying was when I had COVID. Because I got a COVID, like, really pretty early on into the whole COVID thing. And then I had, like, asthma. Oh my gosh, thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Should give you guys a little gun show later if you're good. If you're good boys and girls. I don't think I'm wearing anything under this hoodie. I'm not trying to be sexual with you guys right now. But I was really cold this morning, so I'm not 100% prepared. But since you asked, good news. That actually hurt a little bit. Ew. But anyways, yeah. So I'm sure some of my plants are dead. Out in the tent, I haven't been able to go out there and water plants in the big tent in like 13 days. So I'm pretty sure some things that were in like smaller pots probably didn't make it out there, which is okay. Thank you, plants every inch. Yeah, girl. The anxiety, yeah, man, isn't that crazy how it was like when I was younger and I struggled with anxiety, which, by the way, BetterHelp, as the organization, contacted me and wanted to do like a sponsorship or whatever, and I'm like, y'all, I'm not getting help. Like, well, how am I gonna? You guys want me to tell other people to get help? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? No. But anyways, I kind of just ignored that email because I was like, that can't be my brand. I'm anxious, but that can't be my brand. You know, like, hey, you guys, do better than me and go get some help for that shit. You know, I don't know. I probably will at some point. I've thought about it a lot, but you know, hey, I'll do it. Lulu scratching is coming through on the audio really bad. You guys hearing Lulu scratching real bad? Casey's messaging me. He's texting me and letting me know that my audio is crap. Can y'all hear Winston snoring? Because that's hella. Wouldn't they help to get some help? What do you mean? I already forgot what we were talking about. Did you guys see the picture of Cade's watermelon that he grew that I put on my Instagram? I was so freaking, oh yeah. I was talking about anxiety. I have horrible hey, that's my chocolate, ma'am. Short-term memory. You hear the snoring? Yeah. The BetterHelp thing, that's terrible, Andrew. Oh my God. If you were sitting here in the room with me and we were trying to have a conversation, it'd be the exact same. I cannot stay on track, for sure. Let me look at my boy. He right here. You want to say hi? Come here, Winston. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so I got him fixed a while ago, and he's put on a little bit of weight, okay? But I don't know how, he's not super fat or whatever. Oh, yeah. I'm a slow reader too. I hear a lot of people like that place. Yeah, okay. So here's the bad stuff that I heard about BetterHelp, which I guess not to mention the fact that I don't get therapy or whatever. And hi, babe. Thank you so much for watching. But he's so cute though. Look, Andrew, he's so cute. Oh, he's right here. He's like right next to me all the time. Oh my goodness, he's a fat boy. He's real fat boy. He's a man. Yeah, he's, well, you know, and I've been taking him on extra walkies. We're getting his steps up, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we're getting his steps up so he'll do better. But the other thing, hey Peanuts Plants. So the other thing that I heard about BetterHelp, I think, is when they first got started, that they weren't vetting out their therapists very well. Now, I don't know how true that is, okay? I don't, allegedly, they weren't vetting out their therapists very well. And, like, I think there was some weird stuff that was happening maybe between some, like, therapists and some clients and stuff like that. So I was just like, I don't know if they fixed that. And when I Google them, a lot of mixed stuff comes up, you know. So, and the only people that I've ever really done things with is Skillshare and Spider Farmer, and they're just so easy to work with and wholesome, and they don't have like any agenda of any sort, you know. So it's just like really easy to work with them. So I'll probably just stick with that for a while. But yeah, no more random Winston genitalia in the video. You're still going to get a chocolate starfish every now and again, but you're definitely not going to see anything else because he's fat now. He can't help it. I have all 3 dogs over here on the couch, which y'all can see. I also have dog hair everywhere. Winky and Bean and Teapot right here. You guys don't get to see Teapot very often. She's not much of a camera hoe. I got good lighting in here. Oh my gosh. Chocolate starfish. Don't you remember that? Back in the day, chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water. Who else listened to Limp Bizkit out there? I can't be the only one, you know? And you'd be really pissed off headed to high school because you had to wake up that day, then you'd be like playing break stuff by Limp Bizkit in the car. That's how old I am. Who were we watching? What were we talking about? Me and Casey were talking about it the other day. Yeah. Look, yeah. I did it all for the nookie. Damn, I can't keep my thoughts straight, you guys. I need to take a break and drink a drink of coffee. Casey's not here to keep me on track. I forgot what I was going to say. Again, hilarious. Shock. Horror. I forgot what I was going to say. I got coffee with zero calorie International Delight. Caramel macchiato is my current favorite flavor. Just totally rocking my socks off right now. I got me some water. I got me some little milk chocolate caramel squares to snack on while we're sitting here. Yeah, or no shit. Well, I was thinking about doing more lives and stuff. I don't know. It's just so hard to come up with like content. Y'all see how I can't even stay on track. I basically have to have a handler here, someone to do that. Hey, from South Africa, what's up? Sorry for the sound of me opening a chocolate, Casey, if you're listening. Oh yeah, okay. Holly, that was the first time that I had the I think I'm dying thing. I had COVID early on. and I think I took one too many hits of my inhaler. I mean, obviously, I had an upper respiratory infection. You know what I'm saying? And that like jazzed me up, and it made me I was like shaking, and I was like just spiraling out of control. And I remember going and getting into the shower, and Casey, I was like telling Casey, I was like, babe, I'm for real having a panic attack right now. I'm legitimately having a panic attack. And I was standing there trying to get in the shower, just full body shakes, just like, oh my God, I'm just convinced that I'm gonna die. And that was probably the first time that's ever happened to me. And then this chest thing was number 2 for sure, because I was like, this ain't normal. This ain't normal. Yeah, and it's a spiral. It just gets further and further out of control. I don't say anything to anybody until the spiral is like, until we're like next door to going to the hospital, or I'm about to throw up, or, you know, I don't say anything to anybody. I'm just like in my head the whole time, just like losing it. I don't know. Does that make me crazy? Are you guys crazy? I don't know. I don't think that's not my childbirth, does it? I'm still mad about the bill I got from the hospital because I could have done that all by myself. I don't feel like I did much, but I'm just kidding. Calm down. Everybody calm down. But I guess the anxiety stuff really kind of is on brand for me. Maybe I should call them back. Here's something really crazy. So, and I'm better now. I don't think I'm a schizo, okay, guys? I really don't. I'm a fully functioning member of society. Remember this, okay? But when I was younger, I used to like get a song in my head. And then sometimes like I would lose control of the song. You guys are gonna like unsubscribe after I tell you this. Sometimes I would lose control of the song, and then the song would start playing like faster and faster and faster and faster and faster in my head. And I would like lose control of it, and then I would have to like go take a shower or go for a walk or something to like calm my brain down. I don't know. I probably have like a legit condition or something like that. That's why Casey is a good partner, because he doesn't, that stuff is so foreign to him. He's not anything like that. So like if I'm experiencing those symptoms or whatever, it's good to be around someone whose feet are like actually connected to the earth instead of just like flying around like this, you know, the entire time. You know, it's very helpful. So it definitely helps out a lot. But you guys see my lashes? What do you think? I did not get lash extensions, but these are from yesterday. And no, I'm not a dirty skank. Well, debatable, but I tried out this new Kiss brand, which it's old news. I went about to online to see like how to put these lashes on, and these lashes have been out for like over a year, but I had no clue that they were even out. And it's called, thank you guys, I'm glad. Did you notice them when you logged on? They're really long, like they're way longer than I'm used to, but it's called Falscara by Kiss. Have you guys ever done it? No, they're like, well, kind of, they're like chunks. It's supposed to be 7 days, Peanuts plants, and I got the overnight stuff that you put on the so basically they're little clumps of lashes, and you take, essentially they have a bond and a seal. So the bond, you just put like underneath your lashes, you just touch underneath your lashes, and then you have like little clumps of lashes, and then you just place them one at a time, and then you put the seal underneath that, and then they sell another product called the overnighter or whatever, and then you can put that underneath that, and it's supposed to make it stay on for 7 to 10 days, but I think my eyes water like way too much, so it really weakens like the bond and stuff like that. So essentially it's like at-home lash extensions, but the glue is not as intense as like if you buy those Kiss like lash extensions box, and they've got like the teeny little bottle of glue and then like the teeny little bottle of remover. Cause I've only tried that one time, and y'all, I about took an eye completely out. I can't with that shit. So this new product called Falscara is the shit. I've tried it, but I can only get them to stay on for like 2 days, 3 days tops, and after that it's just, it's a done deal. So yeah, I really like them. I really like them. The blue eyes, I got some colored contact lenses, so that's why they're looking extra blue today. I'm not wearing any makeup, but that's why I think these lash extensions really help when you're not wearing makeup or when you're wearing yesterday's makeup. I think it helps a ton. But anyways, I'm supposed to do so much today. I'm supposed to go grocery shopping. The lies. You know, I got colored contacts when I was in middle school, and they gave me hell over that shit. This same type of color. It wasn't the exact, this is called electric blue. It's by Aquaponics Oasis. But I remember when I was in junior high, it was called, the dumbest shit I remember. It was called Caribbean Sea Blue, and I thought they were the prettiest thing. And they gave me so much shit in school. Oh, that's not your real eye color. Oh, that's not your real eye color. And then I quit wearing them because I got shamed out of wearing them. And not when they asked me when I was at the eye doctor if I wanted any colored lenses, I was like, you know what? Yes, I do. I do want some colored lenses because I'm trying to live my best liar life out here on the internet with my fake ass eyelashes and my fake ass eye color and my fake ass hair color. Oh my gosh, y'all, I have a appointment later on this month to get like, I have an appointment later on this month to get something. I don't know if I should tell you guys or not, because I'm thinking about putting it on my other channel, like doing a video about it or whatever. But ever since I've been, yeah, and you should, Andrew, screw what the haters think. You just get those colored contacts. You live your best damn life. No, I'm not bringing in a bunch of fake ass wigs. I think about doing a video of it over on the other channel. But since I've been working out really hard, okay, I'm gonna tell you. I've been working out really hard, so I've been losing a lot of body fat, and it's where you lose the body fat's not always in the best places. Yes, I'm getting Botox. Did you notice? I've already got Botox, y'all. I've already got Botox. No, it's not for a thread lift or anything like that, although your girl could use it, but I lost a lot of fat in my boob area. Yeah, well, it's not a boob lift, but that's boobies. Yes, yeah, y'all guessed it. I lost a lot of fat up there. And when I say I lost a lot of fat, like, it is the most not flattering thing, right? So, like, I put on muscle really good right here, right? So I have, like, this pec muscle that pops out, like, really far, you guys. It's, like, right here, okay? But my boobs are not there. My boobs are in another place. And they're not talking to each other. There's, like, shelves, there's dips, there's things happening that aren't supposed to be happening. So what makes it a little more complicated, which I've already made a video about me having psoriasis and how you wipe your butt with long nails. So if you're scared of all the things that I'm saying right now, like, don't be scared for me. It's okay. I've been out there. Okay, don't worry about it. But like earlier on in my life, when I was like 16 or 17, I actually had a breast reduction. So I was sitting at like, I think it was triple or quadruple, decimals. And then I went down to like having a normal size chest, which would be like a C size chest, but hindsight, maybe that was just, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. But I could have used that extra volume that I had taken away. So for sure, thinking about doing that. It's just a consultation though, and you know, like having a big chest my whole life, this is never something that I would have anticipated. Like, not in a million years. Like, I've always, like I just said, I've always had a big chest, you know, and here lately having such a small chest, which I don't 100% mind having a small chest. I kind of like having B's. Like, it's kind of like a whole vibe, okay? Shirts fit different, you know, like dresses fit different. But when you have a big chest, you really have to work around it and stuff like that. Oh no, my phone's gonna try to die, you guys. Sometimes sisters drift apart, okay? Oh yeah. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, so it's just like one of those things where I'm gonna have to plug my phone up. It's one of those things where I definitely never saw myself in this position to do something like this, but my son is going to be 16 next month, and my other son is going to be 15 in January, and it's just like, you know, why not? If you're gonna do something or whatever to take care of yourself, I mean, why not? You know what I mean? So, and anyways, what else is happening in Heart Shaped Leaves news? I told you about the watermelon. Yeah, sports bras fit super different too. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was like, yeah, and I'm actually, like, I'm so familiar with all the big boob struggles. Sorry, Andrew. I know you can't relate, but like from my body being able to fit a shirt, but my boobs not being able to fit a shirt. It's just like I've been through, now that I've like, and I feel like I'm all the way on like the complete other side of the spectrum now. Like my boobs are like pain cackles now, and then they were like so large, it was obscene, like obscene. Okay, and now I'm over here in no man's land. So I have spanned the universe of boobies as far as that's concerned, but coffee cakes, are you still thinking about a bodybuilding competition? So I am still thinking about a bodybuilding competition, but I'm very aware. I'm gonna plug up. I hope that doesn't do anything. I hope that didn't do anything. Hopefully it's charging. Anyways, yeah, really. Well, when we first started working out, oh, the bodybuilding thing. Okay, let me stay focused. I'm very aware of my limitations, as that sounds so terrible, but I do have autoimmune issues. Like they're way better because of how I eat and things like that, but that doesn't mean they're cured. You know what I mean? They're not like gone. I still have back pain. It's just nowhere near as bad as what it was. And bodybuilding competitions, especially in like the bikini category, there is a lot of, I mean, you gotta really twist that frame. You gotta really, you know, and you gotta hold it, and you gotta smile for the judges while you're doing it. And my ability and capacity to do the actual posing would be what I would fear the most. I think I can build plenty of muscle. I think it's going to sound conceited, but I think my body is looking wild, you guys. It's looking so wild. Like the big pec muscles that I'm building, like my biceps are looking good, like things are looking good. So yes, I would like to do a bodybuilding competition, but I may get 3 weeks into posing practice and have to quit and just be like, that's it. I do not follow Shakara, but I have seen her pop up because I do look at female bodybuilding stuff nowadays. So I watch, what's her name? Meg Squats. I love her personality. And she has a lot of videos on like how to get started lifting, like before you even go to the gym. And before I went to the gym, I watched a lot of stuff like that because, aw, thank you, Andrew. But yeah, and then the KK Fit twins, like I watch them a lot too. So, and they have a lot of just like really inspirational videos. I do get inspired when I watch people working out. And like achieving their goals. And I know with my body issues that it might take me a lot longer than a normal person. And I'm older too. I'm by no means am I super old or anything, but I'm not a spring chicken. If I did go into a bodybuilding competition, you guys, it would be in the 40 plus category. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. You know what I mean? So by the time I'd be ready for anything like that, but I would expect all of you to be there in spirit at least, or watching live or something like that, because if I put my whole ass out there in a bikini, thong, okay, so that you can see my glute to hamstring tie-in, y'all better be there watching that shit. For real, for real. Thank you, Laura. 40 plus, more bragging rights. Yeah, I was like, when I first started looking into it, I was like, oh yeah, 40 plus will probably be easy, because there probably won't be a lot of women out there 40 plus that are doing this, but you would be hella surprised. Like, there are tons of chicks out there 40 plus, whole ass. It will be though. It will be though. There's tons of chicks out there that are just killing it. And it really makes me feel like a big toe sometimes, because like, damn dude, I really should have, I don't know, I feel like sad because I feel like I should have tried harder to put my health first a long time ago, but the only reason I was able to do it was because of Casey's like diabetic diagnosis. Because if he hadn't had his diabetic diagnosis, then I wouldn't have like been like, okay, well we gotta change everything about like what we're doing, like completely. I had already been counting calories like up until that happened. But when that happened, I was like, okay, so we have to change the way we eat, because I didn't know anything about diabetes or what it meant to be diabetic. Like, I had a general idea. I didn't know, so we were just eating keto and low carb, because we didn't want his blood sugar to spike. We weren't on any medication yet, So it was just kind of scary. And when he got his health, like when his health was in danger, I could do it. Like, I could be different when it was him, but I couldn't be different for me. And I don't know why that is, or what's broken inside of me that made it that way. But if he was sick, we could change our whole lives to make him better. You know what I mean? But I couldn't do that. Like, I was suffering too. Like, I had I was suffering. And I was like, I guess that wasn't enough to like change what I was doing. So I think everything kind of happens for a reason, in a weird way. Like, I'm not saying it by any means that I'm glad that something happened like that to Casey, but if it hadn't happened, I don't think I would have, you know what I mean, gotten my shit together. So, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's hard to it's easy to have 2020 reflective vision about stuff like that, especially, I don't know, like, I feel so much better now, short of the spring that we talked about earlier, which is not 100% better, but it does feel better today. But short of that, I feel so much better that it's hard not to look back and be like, holy crap, like, I really should have probably done this sooner, but whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah. KBS Greenhouse, I have type 1 diabetes and it's rough sometimes. Yeah, it's really rough. Casey still even though he's doing the right things and eating the right things, he still has to prick his finger all the time. Well, I don't think he has to. He wears the Libre, like little, have you guys ever seen it, where it's like a little white disc and they put it like on the back of your arm or like on your side or whatever, and it's a constant blood sugar monitor. That's been really cool for him, because he's been able to he takes his phone, which I think they're coming out with a newer generation where you don't have to do this, but he takes his phone and he taps it right here and it can tell him his blood sugar reading. And then because he's OCD, aren't we all? Because he's OCD, he likes to prick his finger and check it and make sure that it's accurate. So he's still pricking his finger and stuff. It can really be a pain in the butt, especially if you're used to eating like whatever you want to eat, which I know that you guys know Casey was used to eating whatever Casey wanted to eat. I don't know how much weight he's lost, you guys. 70 pounds? 80 pounds? I'm not really sure. I hope he doesn't mind, but when he woke up this morning, he weighed 198 pounds. So he's finally under the 200-pound mark. He looks like a freaking superhero. So, I mean, I couldn't be any more proud of him for sure. Like, he has really been kicking dicks and taking names when it comes to this whole, like being diagnosed or whatever. So he's not going to let it get him down, and he's doing like all the right stuff, which I'm super proud of. I'm super proud of him. And his muscles are way bigger than mine because he has testosterone and I don't. But if I was on the sauce, okay, my arms would be that big too. I have a Dexcom instead of a Libre, and it's made it so much easier. Yes, yeah, the Dexcom is like the same thing, yeah. I just really don't want to do or cut or stop going out to eat, but I still lift and stay active. So much willpower to do a cut like you have. I don't even know if it's willpower, you guys. I think it's like quitting smoking, and for a long time I didn't want to do it, just like you don't want to do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As long as, you're going and doing your shit and working out, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But I think I was just ready. You know what I mean? I was like, I had been building that muscle for like 6 months or whatever, and I was genuinely, scientifically curious. Could I do it? Did I have the cajoners to get it done? What did it look like underneath all of that? Like, because I've been building muscle, so like, what did that muscle look like? Could I potentially look like a Mortal Kombat character? Who knows? And once we got up underneath there, it was looking pretty good. I'm doing another 6-week cut right now. I don't want to talk about it too much over here, but I'm like on the first week of it. So if you guys are interested, you can always go over to Rachel's So-Called Life on Instagram. I got real bad in my back there for the past 2 days, but I've been posting like every day. And trying to keep it up to date, you know what I mean, so that you guys know exactly what I'm trying to be super transparent, telling you exactly what I eat, telling you exactly how much calories I'm consuming, exactly how much walking I'm doing, exactly what workouts I'm doing. I'm like trying to post it all on there so that and I'm trying to do occasional like Q&As so that if I'm not telling you guys stuff that you are interested in, that we can answer your questions or whatever. Great job to you and Casey for your health improvements. It's great to see changes in both. And you both should be proud. I tell you what, Casey's very proud. Casey's very proud. Oh, here's some other things in heart-shaped leaf news. We told you a long time ago that Casey got, yes, all the tacos, Whitney. Yeah, you're hearing him snore. You should be able to look at the baby snoring while you listen to him snore, right? He had a rough day. He had a real rough day. Oh my gosh. If they ever try to sell you a French Bulldog and they say something like, they don't shed, there's no hair involved, they're lying to you. They are lying. Yeah, you're pretty good. Why are you snorting now? Oh no, I'm gonna knock the thing over. Disturbing the baby. Okay. Alright. Ew, hair in my mouth. Anyways, so, we told you that Casey got a promotion a while ago, but what we didn't tell you was that it was, he got promoted to general manager at his company. So it was a huge deal. Like we didn't know exactly like what we should say or couldn't say or anything. And this was a while ago that he got the promotion. So not only has he got his health in check, like he's working out, he's looking like a hot daddy. Oh, I got him to order the 5-inch shorts off of Amazon. He's wearing Hoochie Daddy shorts. I almost made a reel with that Hoochie Daddy song. Did y'all hear it on Instagram? But, yeah, so he's doing really good. Hi, Felicita. Oh, and today, when he went to work today, they are doing, like, they're taking pictures of him, and they wanted, like, his whole biography, and they wanted to know, you know, they're doing, like, this whole write-up on Casey, because he's been at his company for 30 years? You guys. He started working there when he was like 18, and he's old as hell. So, yeah, I got him the Hoochie Daddy shorts, Whitney, and he looks so good in them. So, he's been doing he's been waking up early and going jogging. If y'all remember the podcast days, like way back in the day, Casey was not getting up early to do shit, let alone go jogging. Now he's getting up and he's like jogging a couple of miles in the morning. Don't worry about it. I'm keeping a really close eye on him. I remind him every day that, like if he ever tries it, I'll murder him. I'll, it's just, no big deal, so keep it on the clean, keep it on the regular. I said, don't be thinking that you're going to get all hot and sassy and everything and then go be trying to upgrade. Because there is no upgrades. Ain't that right, boy? Ain't that right? I cannot believe he's just going to lay here and snore for you guys like this. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, are you done now? Are you done? Okay. Oh. That's not hygienic. This is a pre-pandemic hoodie, you guys. Yeah, I am the upgrade. That's right, Whitney. I do let him know. I let him know every day when he walks out the door. I really do. I'm like, listen here. It's more trouble to try to get rid of me than it is to keep me. Okay? You just always be thinking that. Always be thinking that. I don't got you. Can't let these boys forget. They lose focus easily, and we have to remind them, ladies. We have to remind them. I let my coffee get cold. What's going on with you guys? How's everybody's plant collection? Are things on the up and up, or are people's plants dying as we're going into the spooky season? I'm very excited about the spooky season coming up. I don't decorate much, but I like to see other people's decorations. Thrips, no! Oh my gosh. You guys, thrips is the plague on everyone's house. Using beneficial insects. I've definitely tried that. Selling your plants. So I've seen a lot of people in the plant community doing that. I think it's pretty normal. I think people get like overwhelmed with some shits. You know what I mean? Flat mites. Okay, so I saw someone posting about flat mites and I've never experienced them. So what is different about flat mites? Oh my goodness, congratulations, Casey. I had a second Monstera go alvo. What are you doing, John? What are you doing? Struggling with the easy plants. Oh, the first rock leaf. Like ever, Andrew? I thought you had one. Ooh, you decorated one of your plant shelves Halloween style. I love that. Try to avoid these spookies. That's a really good idea, Valerie. Laura, good luck with your first thrips. Jeez, they do fucking suck. Oh, the flat mites. Oh, great. Like I can barely see. Anyways, I am nearsighted as a mofo, so that's why a lot of times I think pest infestations get the better of me because I can't freaking see them, even when I wear a headlamp. It's ridiculous. I had a few, most died, but this guy's been outside my nose, but actually is doing well. Yeah, Andrew, the first rock leaves, on my stuff, they've actually done a lot better in not lower humidity. I don't even want to say that. 50, like with an open door or whatever, versus being super duper soggy. Plants are still outside. Ooh. Haley's headed to the good old Planet Fitness. All right, well maybe you can re-listen to this live while you're doing your cardio. Check out Not Dude's video about flat mites. Isn't he making videos again? this not dude? Is he making videos again? I'm a bad YouTube watcher. Damn it. Working leaves and the leaves revert in size. Oh no. Well, that literally sent my heart rate up probably at 5 points, because now I'm thinking, do I have them and I don't know. You know what it's like keeping plants? It's like constantly getting STDs. It's just terrible. I hate it. It's like some of these things don't ever go away. The mealybug situation, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of mealybugs. But you know what would help? Is if I would actually treat some stuff. That would help. I'm not going to deny being lazy. I'm not going to deny it. I'm 100% a real person with back pain and dogs and kids and a husband. Jeez. Are you okay? And I have ignored my fair share of plants, y'all. I just have, okay? So, all the videos that I put out when I'm like, being like, oh no, look at my dying plants or whatever, and someone always, it never fails. Someone always comes along and they're like, you used to be so much better. Oh man, you used to be so much better. And it's like, bitch, I used to have 25 plants. Okay? Do you not understand that when I used to, and everything was perfectly clean and nothing had pests, and I didn't even know what a thrift really was, and I couldn't pick out a mealybug out of a lineup, yeah, things looked a lot better, you moron, okay? I have like 500 plants now. It's completely unmanageable. I never said it was, okay? And now it's stressful. There's a lot of things going on. It's very haphazard the way things happen around here. You know what I love? I love getting on YouTube or Instagram and seeing people's like, well, is that a conservative estimate? What would you guys say? I've got the big tent full of plants. I've got the living room shelf, the plant room, the outside of the big tent. Yeah, that's probably conservative. 500, yeah. Plus, if you counted all the prop boxes on the prop box rack, if you counted all the plants in there, which it's been a never-ending debate. Do you count props as plants? I say no. If they're not permanent residents, if they're refugees, you don't count them. But if we were just counting plants, then yeah, I would definitely do 500 for sure. Natural state, Ashley. Drove to Memphis to get a Mills bow ready for fall and bring the plants inside. They love it outside for somewhere in the shade. I'm so excited to see your Mills bow. I have been following Mills bow cabinet like Instagram and Facebook pages for like 2 years, and I've never gotten one, but I think they're so pretty for sure. You're down to 100 plus or minus. I think that's healthy. I support that, Andrew. I support it. Yeah, you think about 500 is about right for you and your outdoor plants? Probably. Props don't count. How are all those anthurium seedlings doing? They're doing good. I moved because I didn't have time to pick apart a billion different root balls. I took the whole, it was in this small little dill, and I took the whole flat of sphagnum moss and just placed it inside of a bigger tote with sphagnum moss, just so they'll have more room to further get entangled and not be separated. But they're not dying, 100% not dying. So it's a win. I have a Delta all set up and just bought a Mills bow, but it's still in boxes. Yeah, dude, I think that they're gorgeous. Whenever I see people open them or whatever, or when they're just sitting in their living rooms, here's the deal with me. So I complain all the time that I'm not good at decorating and stuff like that. But I think the real problem is that I don't like to spend money on household items. I like to spend money on household appliances. So I love washers and dryers or steam irons or just any kind of household appliance. I like that stuff. Dishwashing machines, refrigerators, love that shit. But I'm not big into So if I'm at Hobby Lobby and I'm looking and they have like this really cute shelf, or not Hobby Lobby, sorry, I don't ever shop there. So like let's say I'm at Walmart and I'm looking at whatever, and it's like they charge whatever they charge for that shit. And it just, whenever I have money in my hand and I'm like buying groceries and then I'm like, do I want this thing for my wall? And then I'm like, I may put it in the cart and it may be in the cart for like half the time in Walmart, and then I take it out because I'm like, I don't want to spend money on that right now. And then I end up with like the same wallpaper on my walls that has been here since I moved in, guys. And everybody's like, why did you pick that wallpaper? I'm like, I did not pick that wallpaper. Cassie, I have a fake Mills bow. I made one from an old style cabinet with sliding doors. It's amazing and works just as well. I only paid $30 for it. Wow. See, sometimes people be picking them up off the side of the road. People like toss them out that aren't using them for that type of thing, and then they get refurbished. It's really nice. Most of my props are fully rooted. Yeah, my props are fully rooted too, and definitely need to be dealt with. And someone commented on my video that the fungicide that I was using doesn't kill mold. Like only isopods kill mold. Is that true? I don't know. I should just Google it. I don't know, Andrew. Okay, so like, look. Winston, quit snoring. Hey, I'm trying to work. Hey, wake up. I've hated this. I feel like I look sick against this color, okay? I think when they're actually telling you to film YouTube videos, they say don't film it against this color of backdrop, like always use white or something like that. Every wall in my entire house is this color. So it's a huge undertaking to paint your whole house. It's a huge undertaking to just paint one room in your house. And every weekend that I say I'm gonna go down there and get a bucket of paint, I just don't do it. I'm just not good at that stuff. I need help. Somebody needs to come over and help me. Has anyone else been trying volcanic stratum for props? It's magical. No, I just like always throw some, whatchamacallits, some Lego balls, which is essentially the same thing, right? Winston, I can't take it anymore. You're gonna have to quit. Oh, you don't know what you're saying, natural state, Ashley. You don't know what you're saying. We'll pay for things. My kids, they do chores, so don't get me wrong, they do chores. But they do chores so poorly. It's that whole man thing where if I do this chore poorly enough, someone will stop asking me to do it, because like when they first started doing dishes, the dishes would be greasy when they put them up and I'd be like, no. So it takes so much just to get these kids to do anything the correct way, because they're always trying to get here or trying to get out of it, you know. Then they would just come in here with a paintbrush and just smack it everywhere. Paint would go everywhere, and I would be like, this was the dumbest idea ever. So, hey, foster plants. Chrissy, I'm building out my grooming shop around. There's so much painting. Your grooming shop? Oh my gosh, Lilu needs an appointment at the groomer. I got fired by my dog groomer. Can you believe that, you guys? So, people with ADD have problems with keeping appointments. So I was on an appointment reminder with the dog groomer, and every time that, and Lilu's been going to the same groomer since I got her, like the same lady since I got her. And every time it would be Lilu's grooming appointment, her automatic text thing would send me a text and be like, hey, it's, tomorrow, whatever. And I always made it. And then for some reason I stopped getting the text reminder, and God knows I cannot be remembering appointments, so I missed one, and then I texted her and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I missed that appointment, okay? And I said, I will pay for the appointment that I missed. Like, genuinely, I did not mean to miss that appointment. And then I missed another one because I didn't get the automated text. I told her it wasn't working. And then I missed another, and then I texted her, and she won't answer my text. So I got fired by my dog groomer. She was a really good dog groomer, too. And the only one that Lilu knows. So now, that's why Lilu's hair is long right now, because I have to, like, make a new groomer appointment, and I'm very worried. She's 6 pounds. Like, you know what I mean? Ghosted. 100% got ghosted by my groomer. Oh my god. Yeah. That's what Casey told me to do. Casey told me just to show up like a crazy person and be like, hey, did you not get my text messages? I can't fucking do that. I know she's ignoring my text message. I know it. So if I show up like a crazy person, she'll probably take my dog. She'll probably groom Lulu, but it'll never be the same. And I just don't want it. I don't want it to be that way. I don't want it to be that way. But anyways, keeping them, making them, caring about them. Yeah, dude. I'm a mean mom. I make them keep doing it over and provide helpful tips for improvement. I do that also. And I would be also considered a mean mom. My boyfriend, every guy that I've ever dated has always, or been with, because I wasn't like, with their dad for very long. I've always been the disciplinarian, and they've always been like, the fun person, and I've always been the disciplinarian. So I'm not the cool mom. I'm not the fun mom. I'm the mom, that makes them do everything, so. But when my son was, and I have like a really terrible relationship with my own mom. So I've always been worried that being hard on them or being like, like making them do certain things would ruin our relationship at some point, which is stupid. It's a stupid thought, right? But my son made like this little piece of paper, like he was drawing me stuff, and it said, I will never, ever, ever be mad at my mom. And then he signed it, he signed his name down at the bottom, and I have it framed in the hallway. I was like, gotcha. So unprofessional to ghost a client, boo on her. Yeah, I felt like I deserved it though. Like, when she did it, it felt justified. It felt like the right thing to do. Oh my god. So yeah, I got that itch in writing for sure. Yeah, and I am not afraid to bring it up in court. I'll tell you that. You beat me to it. Take it behind the court. Yeah. I don't know. I think the next live that I do will probably be from inside the tent, and then we can just go around and we can see like what's getting toe up from the flow up, and what's thriving and surviving. The big warrock, the one that was like this big, leaves this big, it's putting out a new leaf right now, but it's like from the thrips battle, I just feel like, because everybody's plants on Instagram look perfect all the time, and I have thrips damage on some of my stuff, so it's like those weird chewy lines and stuff, and it's like, even if I don't have thrips now, there's still some like thrips looking damage, and it's just like, oh my god, I hate getting hell from everybody, and then they're like, whatever, I don't know, just one of those things. Big fan of the lives. I've missed them. Oh, I missed you too, Andrew. Seriously, I was like down in the dumps, quasi thinking I was dying. And I really missed you guys. I would love a tent update. Yeah, dude, we can just go in there next time. I don't know what days are better for you guys. Maybe I'll put out like a community tab post, and like we can poll out and see when you guys will be mostly available for lives or whatever, or just want to chill. Do you recommend putting an elbow on a plank or a moss pole? I'm needing to put one on a bought one. I need to put the one I bought from you on one. Oh, Oh, Valerie, I would recommend, in all of my plant knowledge, I would recommend a plank because the moss poles are hard to keep water, and I genuinely feel like when they're on a plank, especially a textured plank, they love that shit. And I know they like moss poles too, but I think they feel more sturdy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not perfect and neither are my plants. Yeah, Laura, for real. It's just like everybody who has never been hugged as a child comes out on the internet whenever I'm posting stuff, you know, and it's, I don't know. It's crazy. If you never had thrips, are you really a plant parent? No. If you've never had thrips and you keep plants long enough, you will get thrips. I firmly 100% believe that. You will get thrips. And whether or not you ever get rid of them is questionable because they're always lurking. They're always lurking somewhere, hiding, you know. They're never really gone. They just give you a false sense of security for a short amount of time, and then boom, they're right back in your shit. Especially if they just wait for you to slack, and then they get up in your shit, for sure. But you know, I think that's all on HSL news. I'm doing a 6-week cut. Just trying to get a little bit more of the body fat off. Over on Rachel So Called Life, because I'm going on, my birthday's coming up, and I'm going to be 38 years old in October, and we're going on a trip, and the trip is somewhere that I'm going to wear a bikini, so I'm doing that. Casey, I told you guys about Casey's promotion that he got a while ago, and he's also getting a write-up in their little business paper. They took, I think I got distracted trying to tell you guys about that. They're taking pictures of him today. And they're going to put a little article write-up about him. I'm so proud. I'm getting better from my booby sprain. I have a consultation coming up later on in this month about looking at my boobies. Thank you, foster plants. They're like that client who missed all their appointments and then randomly shows up one day to get their talk. Shut up. Rude. I've been growing plants for 6 years now and never got thrips until this summer. Oh my God. I don't know how you went that long. Without getting them. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness, Pippa. Good morning. You ready to go for walkies? Oh, who wants to go for walkies? Ugh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know. I need to paint. I need to get a new groomer. That shit'll never probably happen. Like, I have no confidence that it'll happen. Here's what I figure will happen. I figure we'll move at some point and that house will have light balls. I figure that's probably what'll happen. I don't know. Stranger things have happened. Have they not? They really, truly have. Stranger things have happened. Happy birthday. You big sweet girl. Her very, very sweet girl. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna sell a house with wallpaper. Yes. Oh my God. You think that's the problem when someone walks in here? That's hilarious, Andrew. You think that would be the problem when they walk in here? I've already had a conversation once with a realtor, and I was like trying to prepare her. I told you guys about this on the podcast when we were thinking about getting that property, and I was like, guys, I've got a lot going on in my house. Like, how am I going to show my house with like, it's an actual jungle in here. We're really going to freak people out. Short of it having like an S&M dungeon in here, like, it's gonna freak people out. Like, they're not even gonna be able to look at what the house looks like because there's so many daggone plants everywhere. And I can't fix that. What am I supposed to do? I've already created this massive problem. I can't be asked to fix it. That's Madness. Why is this live turning into you making a list of things to do? I don't know. I was just trying to catch you guys up on all the HSL news since I've been a total big toe and I've been injured. And I haven't been I was like trying to get in my groove, my rhythm, trying to put out some videos. I was putting out a video on Rachel's So Called Life and HSL. I think one week I put out like 3. A whole 3. So, you know, I was doing my shit there, and the good Lord or Satan, one of the two, took me out in my prime. In my prime. Oh, what's up, Harley? When I moved, everyone had an opinion on how many plants I had in my house. Like, you're not buying my plants, it's just the house. Oh my God, how did that go? Wow. That's a real life experienced moment when they came in and saw all your plants. But they still bought it though. It's a seller's market. It's a seller's market. I have faith that this beige, disgusting, baby poo, mustard, make everyone look sick, yellow will sell very nicely next to this 1980s, late 70s, 80s border here of paisley flowers, followed by a spongy magenta. I think it pulls the room together quite nicely, guys. I think it does. Oh, yeah. Fangirling over Harley. I'm always secretly watching Harley's videos and her lives and stuff like that. I'm always living. We have a secret love for one another. Don't be jealous. Don't hate. Paisley for the win. I know. So I've seen videos and to take the stupid wallpaper off, I'm gonna have to take like a steamer to it or something. Guys, it's too much. It's too much. I'm doing good. I am doing good to eat well and go to the gym. I feel like here's how life is for me. There's an iceberg, right? There's an iceberg, and that's my life. And all the things I need to do are like little penguins on the iceberg. And all the penguins can't fit on the iceberg at the same time. And it's always moving. So penguins are always falling off. That's my life. Just a bunch of penguins on an ice shelf. Everyone loves baby food peas, burgundy flour. Oh my God, my office used to be my sister's room and it was neon green with black chalkboard painted circles on the wall. It was rough. Oh my God. Yes, as someone with ADHD, we have a tendency to hyper-focus on one thing and everything else drops. I think that's the idea of like my penguin theory. I can either be like, I can't do it all. I've always said God doesn't give with both hands with anybody. You have a great voice and be a great singer or whatever. Might be really socially awkward. Very few people have it all, okay? I tell Casey all the time, like if the house is dirty or whatever, I'm like, but I'm cute. I really don't do that, I swear to God. I really don't. I really don't say that, I swear. I may joke around sometimes and say it, but hey, hi. I don't know, I just thought like we could just hang out for a while. I'm chilling, I don't have nothing else to do. Oh, HSL news. I made a super irresponsible purchase and I bought an espresso machine. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am pulling espresso shots like a professional. Yeah, I am making Starbucks quality drinks in the privacy of my own home. And they're amazing. And the reason why I got one is because once I figured out that I liked iced coffee, and then I started buying iced coffee, and I was like, bitch, no, this has got to stop. Andrew, the roast is not until next week, okay? I'm vibing, I'm off today. But I'm cute is my theme song. I don't have no shit to do today. I told you I have all kinds of stuff to do today. Andrew, damn, I'm supposed to go to the grocery store because we're out of groceries. I'm supposed to do laundry. I know, I love it. I love it. Keep it coming. I'm supposed to do laundry. I'm supposed to go to the grocery store. I'm supposed to call a new groomer for Lilu. It was either go live today. What the hell was that? Weird. Shit was moving over there. It was either go live today or try to film and like edit a video all in one day, and I was like, that's most definitely not happening. So we've got to go live today, hang out with the fam, check out with everybody, check up with everybody and see what's all's going on. I do got ghosts. I think something over there, I haven't watered. Shock, horror, oh my god, I haven't watered my plants. And so I think one of the leaves was shifting over there and like jangled my whole shelf. It was a death rattle, one of my plants. Going live was the best choice. I think I should do it more often. I don't know, I don't do it very often without Casey, so I get really nervous. Like, really nervous. This morning when I set, Winston, this morning when I set the thing to say I was going to go live, I mean, my heart's kind of been racing ever since then. I think I'm fine once I get on here, but before that, it is highly nerve-wracking, for sure. Cletus is definitely at work. I got him ready this morning. He picked out his pants and his shirt, and I ironed him up real fancy. Put that hard crease in the front of them pants. You know, that hard, authoritative crease in the pants. Made sure that the polo shirt was steamed nicely. I even pressed the collar of the polo shirt so that the little corners don't roll up. Don't want anybody slacking at work. Well, hopefully us all being so damn cool helps alleviate the nerves. Absolutely. You guys are the coolest. You guys are the best. I do have the coolest community. Like, if you guys know plant communities, holy shit, some of them are real shit shows. Mine's the best. Where did the nickname Cletus come from? Okay, so, long time ago, there was a movie that came out, and it was called The Nutty Professor. And, what's his name? Eddie Murphy played about 7 roles. I know you guys are young and you probably haven't seen this movie. Please tell me in the chat if you have. Oh, thank you, Mary. But when you get on live, you come to life. Oh, I think this is actually how I am in real life. If you ask people around me, and then when I'm on video, I'm scared. Even though I've been making videos for like 3 years, it doesn't matter. I get locked up when I'm filming. So, it just is what it is. But you have seen it, Whitney? Okay, good. I was around when it was in theaters too. Okay, so he plays the grandma, and when he reaches over, they're all the fat family or whatever. It was before body positivity was popular. Guys, I grew up in a strange time. And everyone was fat. And then she was like, and the dad's name in that movie was Cletus. And the grandma was like, come on, Cletus. When he reached over, was about to grab some of her food. And she was like, come on, Cletus, I'll mess you up. And then that just is something that I've always said to like people or whatever. Just be like, come on, Cletus, come on. You know, like if someone was messing with me. And then with Casey, his name was Casey. And it was so close to Cletus the first thing that I did to him, y'all, he was so conservative, like not conservative, like politically conservative, like actually conservative. Like he wasn't super loud. He didn't make a lot of crude jokes. He didn't listen to, like any kind of like hardcore music. Like, so when we first started dating, it was like a lot for him. Like it was coming at him really fast, like real fast. And when we would be bowling or something, and like I would win, and then I would make up like girl names for him. Like I'd be like, okay, Cassandra or whatever, and he didn't know how to deal with it. Like he was just like, are you picking a fight with me, or like what are you doing? I was like, it took a lot of getting used to, super duper sheltered. His dad's a preacher. His brother's a preacher, so, we've come a long way. A long way, so. But anyways, the Cletus thing came from, first it was Cassandra and Catherine, and it just all whittled down eventually to Cletus. And I was like, I think it's just perfect for him. I say it to him when he's doing silly or stuff that I think is stupid. I say it to other people when I think they're doing something silly or, whatever. So, I definitely corrupted him 100%. Laura, I think we'd be real life friends when you keep saying we gotta make plans but never do. So, yeah, that's why I have a really hard time making friends with people in real life. They don't make films like that anymore, and my kids just don't get it. If they released a movie like The Nutty Professor nowadays, it'd be a problem. Like, I don't know how. Excuse me. I don't know how a lot of those movies are like, I don't know, man. It's just, guys, the movies back in my day, you gotta think like Austin Powers. Oh my God. Girl Interrupted. The Mummy. Just classics, okay? Classics. Back when movies were movies, okay, you guys? Alright? The real good shit. Back when 50 Cent was 50 Cent and he had a six pack. Back when the magic stick meant something. And my constant rubbish film references. Yeah, so it's just, yeah, that's what, some did not age well. That's the best way to put it. Thank you, Andrew. Some just did not age very well. But they were good at the time. I rewatched The Craft yesterday, and I was like, ooh, that was such a good movie. And then I had to look up what all the actresses were doing nowadays, because it was like such an old movie, The Craft. And a lot of them are looking really good, but it's like freaking me out, like how old all these people are now, I know it was like one of my freaking favorites, and they've started using some audio from The Craft on Instagram for reels and stuff, and I just get so tempted to use it because I'm like, oh, I freaking love that Craft shit. Yeah, and it was actually pretty like freaky too. Whenever I watch that stuff with Casey, I feel like I'm over explaining it all, But The Craft was a good one. I can't remember what else I watched the other day. Oh, Practical Magic. They had that for free on YouTube. Like YouTube movies, and I didn't have to pay to rent it or anything. I watched Practical Magic, and that was like, oh, it's such a good movie. It has Anna Nicole Smith. No, not even close. The redhead that was married to Tom Cruise has her. Something about 90s witches hit different. No shit. I was determined to be a witch. Yeah, dude, the 90s were a weird time. I remember a girlfriend of mine when all that stuff was, dude, we did all that stuff. We did like the light as a feather, stiff as a board. We did, we were so inspired, you guys. What else did we do? Oh, like my friend would take like rubbing alcohol. My friend would take like rubbing alcohol and she would mix it with like Nicole Kidman, yeah, and Sandra Bullock, and that movie's the shit. If you haven't seen Practical Magic and you're a fan of craft, invest. It's really good. She would take a rubbing alcohol and mix it with rose petals and like weird shit from her kitchen and stuff like that, and then she would, y'all, I don't know how old I was. But she would put it in her hand and she would light it on fire and then it would burn for a while because it was like, don't do that. Don't ever do that. That's unsafe. Don't do that. But yeah, she would do that. And I was like, oh my gosh, she was the real deal. You know what I mean? She was such a cool friend of mine. She had a little box with all the goodies in it. Oh, we would go to the store in my town, and the store in my town would sell all of the, you know what I'm saying? All of the things and the candles and the books. And we were like, we were so into it for a minute there, you know? The 90s were different. Because I'm just remembering being like, I had so many like experiences growing up in the 90s, in the early 2000s, that I feel like I shouldn't have survived. I've thought many times about making, I'll be 38 in October if you're late coming in. So yes, the 90s, early 2000s were a thing. I love that all the fashions coming back. I'm living my best life wearing all this 90s and 2000s shit that they've got out. But yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about. I lost it already. I'm the worst. Oh man. Oh, what was the name of that place that we used to go? I want to say Freaky Freddy's, but that's not it. And the cops came in and shut the place down because apparently they were selling things that were for tobacco, but when they were selling them, they didn't ask like if you were using it for tobacco, and so they got shut down. And like they got shut down like 5 or 6 times, but it was the only place in town. We lived in a really small town, so it was the only place in town that you could go for stuff like that. And it was just like, I have a lot of memories. That was back before, and I know this sounds like such an old lady thing to say, but it really was before you posted anything on social media. We didn't have social media. Like, thank you for the happy birthday. 1986, I'm 1984, baby. So when we went and rode our bikes, or we did all that stuff, like, there just was no social media. We were like one of the last generations, you know, and it's kind of sad. It's like, oh, there'll never be a time again where you can get away with the things that we got away with. Because if you're born around the time that I was born, we got away with some shit. And if we got away with some shit, then you know that our parents got away with 10 times more shit than we got away with. You know what I mean? So really, it would have been something to be born in like 1976, because then the shit was really going down. You know what I mean? Swingers parties and in people's living rooms. I mean, we really missed it. I'm old, 1985. No, I'm 84, so you're not allowed to say that. You're almost 46. Coffee Cakes, Casey's going to be 49 on September the 13th. So he is the oldest one. If that's how old you are, then he's the oldest one. It was such a blessing we didn't have social media. Yeah. What the scary thing is the like sending pictures of like themselves to each other, the kids these days, because you know, we used to, oh my God, you guys, like I was friends with nothing but boys when I grew up, as you can imagine. And we would do like messed up stuff. Like, this was before internet access. This was before dial-up. This was before AOL chat rooms. This was find a magazine in a shed days, okay? And we would go over there, and do you guys remember those like 1-800 sex lines that they used to have back in the day? And you could call them, and you didn't have to put in like your whatchamacallit, you didn't have to put up your credit card information right away. So the boys that I hung out with would call these hotlines, and they would put it on speaker or whatever, and you know the parents wouldn't be all the infomercials. Oh my god, they're like, hey you guys, do you need a friend, you know, or whatever. So the boys would call these lines, and we would put it off on like speakerphone, and the girls were just hilarious on these phone calls. But like, can you imagine if we had that on socials? Like we may have went to jail. Like, I don't know, like isn't that like, I don't know. That's all I'm saying is I'm just glad we didn't have any of that, because I would have probably been in jail. And I'm so worried about my teenage boys because, oh my God, just keeping them out of jail is going to be tough, because if they're anything like their mother was, we are screwed. My babies are off to uni next week, and I'm terrified for them. They're only babies. Oh my God, no. My baby started high school this year, so I actually took a picture of myself bawling. It's on my phone. If I could, maybe I'll post it on Instagram for you guys later. I took a picture. I was in shambles, in absolute shambles. We used to do tons of prank calls too. Yeah, we did prank calls too. What else did we do? We used to go cricking. You know, we used to go like get in our underwear and go get in the water when we weren't supposed to. I met my late husband on a telephone chat line. Oh my God, that is wild. I'm 31, so I can kind of relate. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of on the borderline there. It's the butthurt generation now. You remind me so much of Jenna Marbles. Oh my gosh, I get that all the time. I really do. That's like a super sweet compliment, by the way. Super sweet compliment. I wish wasn't at work right now. I'm sorry, Cassidy. My youngest started high school this year too. Oh, Whitney, God, ripped my freaking heart out. Ripped it right out. They have this thing where I live where it's called like they have like an interim school that's 9th grade before you start the actual high school. So one of my sons started the interim, and then one went into high school. I had been crying so hard that morning that my eyes were almost just swollen shut. Like they were almost inoperable. And like I couldn't even keep it together. I was just like, this is it. This is the end. You know, this is the end, you know, because I have anxiety or whatever. So my mind's constantly just spiraling, you know, but damn, dude, it was crazy. And the boys were like, it's okay, Mom. It's okay, Mom. And I'm like, it's not okay. You're gonna get big, and then you're gonna leave, and it's gonna suck, and I just want everything to stay like this, you know? Don't make me cry. Stop it. Stop talking about it. You're gonna make me cry. Cut it out. Yeah, it's terrible. Watching my kids grow up is gut-wrenching. I hate it. It's terrible. Anyways, other subjects. Yeah, I'm totally swole. My plants are all borderline healthy, borderline not. Anything that's in a terrarium is looking really good right now. Yeah, I'm not crying, I swear to God. I'm probably PMSing right now, so it's probably a little bit of mania mixed in with there, you know. No new tattoos, although I do want tattoos. The only thing stopping me from getting tattoos is the fact that when you have a tattoo, you can't see muscle definition. So it's a real problem, you guys. I wanted to get one like up here on my bicep, but I noticed that the girls, when they're, you know, they're posing and stuff like that, can't see the muscle definition. I know, my constant main time. You know what YouTube recommended to me? A video about premenstrual psychotic disorder or something like that. I don't know if that's what it's called. Premenstrual mania. I don't remember what it was called, but it was something like that. And I was like, that's me. I watched that video and I was like, that's definitely me. But I'll tell you what. Get a tattoo of my stomach. You're hilarious, Andrew. Oh my God. Tattoo my six pack. Oh my God. No. Jeez, that's hilarious. Oh my God. Whenever you make me laugh. Premenstrual dysphoria or something like that. Yeah, Laura. Yes. So I went to my doctor and I mentioned it because I was like, hey, I get a little wacky, you know? They seem to be interested in like me as a person and like what my problems are, and they also seem to like not be interested in what my problems are. So I just keep mentioning stuff, and I guess whenever it comes to like a head or something, then I'll be like, hey, can you do something about this because it's like really bothering me and stuff. But I just hate being like that at the doctor's office. I don't know, but I guess they think I'm normal. You know, I'm just a lady. I'm just a little lady here in the South dealing with her cycle the best way she knows how. That's what I'm doing. Oh my god. If I did get a tattoo though, I've seen so many tattoos that I wanted to get. My son was into dinosaurs for like, he's just now kind of sort of coming out of it. He thinks he wants to be a paleontologist, but there was this really cute like brontosaurus that has little strawberries for spikes on his back, and I thought that would be like, I'm thinking if I do get tattoos, I'll get them like real small. See, before in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna sleeve it out and I'm gonna cover my legs in tattoos and my midsection. What is that chick's name on Instagram? Anthurium Angel. Go check her out on Instagram. Her chest tattoos are amazing. But yeah, if I get one, I'll probably get little bitty ones, at least until after I do something crazy in the health and fitness world. If I even do it, like, I feel like I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to tempt the universe with striking me down in my prime. My doctor looked at me like I was crazy when I said I get extreme premenstrual anxiety. Yeah, that's kind of the look I got. You're your own biggest advocate. Most doctors suck and don't actually care. I think then they think we're crazy when we bring it up, even though we're actually right. Well, I think that a lot of doctors, like because I'm a true Libra, I can see things from every point of view all the time. It's actually a curse. So I know that the doctors are under a lot of stress and pressure, and I know that they got a lot of people, especially in places like where I live. Forget its name. It's called, I think her name's Anthurium Angel. I'm almost positive that's her name, and she is breathtaking. And her tattoo work is just the icing on the cake. But when being a Libra, the doctors have to deal with a lot of people that pain medicine shop where I live. And I'm sure they have to deal with it where everybody lives, but you know, being not in a huge city or whatever, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people pain medicine shop, and I feel like doctors have a lot of problems with that, so they get a little desensitized, I think, to a lot of things because they have, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it's extremely hard to be a doctor, but it's also kind of hard these days to be a patient too, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I do get brushed under. I actually had to have Casey start coming with me to the doctor's office because I felt like I get so intense anxiety that I even if I'm planning on going in there and saying and voicing it, like I can't. Like when I get in there, I can't do it. So he has to go with me sometimes and say, she would like this or she would like that because he's my freaking handler. Virgo and Libra duo. Yeah, I'm a Libra too. It's so true. I know. It's hard. Yeah. I think it's just hard to be a human being, dude. You know? That chest tattoo. Yeah, I know. She's like really, really pretty. And she's another example of like, I don't think that girl's got thrifts. I don't think she's got millibugs. Maybe that's the magic of Instagram though, right? You know, but when I look at her pictures, I'm like, I don't think she smells bad ever. I don't think she's ever seen a millibug or a thrips. She definitely ain't got flat mites because all them anthurium leaves look perfect. So she's either busting her ass cleaning all those plants or she just lives in like a really good area. I don't know what the deal is. Just wait for Scorpio season. Oh my goodness. Certainly never toots. Of course not. She's a lady. I don't know anything about her, by the way. I don't know her at all. Like, I don't know her at all. I just follow her on Instagram. And I think she's pretty. I think she's pretty. She's got a nice, I like the way she talks. She's got a nice haircut. Although I'm pretty mortified at the haircuts that have been coming back into style lately, guys. I'm just going to let my old ass hang out here and say that the mullets were a little hard for me to absorb. And I'm not talking about the dude mullets, I'm talking about the chick mullets. And I know what you're thinking before you even get up in my ass about anything. Wild Fern's mullet looked cute as hell, okay? I'm not talking about her specifically. I'm just saying there was a lot of mullets out there for a second. They're still out there. And I just was not a fan. I'm sure some people aren't a fan of fried ass white hair, you know what I mean? But I wasn't a fan of the mullet. And I see people still getting mullets and I'm just like, girl, no, stop, no, please, no. Or these nails, people are like, ew, gross, disgusting. Why do you got that shit? You got your face, this mullets are great. I knew you guys would like that mullets. I thought I haven't seen one. It's not like I haven't seen one that I liked. But in general, it's not cute. Sorry. It ain't. You gotta remember, I grew up in the 90s and 2000s, and if someone was walking around with that haircut, it wouldn't have worked out. Like, it wouldn't have worked out. It wouldn't have worked out. I'm getting old because now I'm just like everything. Yeah, she's got the perfect environment. She's in Florida. Is this my hair? Yeah, that's my hair. This is my hair. It's deader than dead. And I know, like, if you guys have ever watched on my channel, like a million videos ago, I did a glow up video and I had more hair then than I have today. And that's just from like bleaching and toning and bleaching and toning and then like making mistakes too because I'm not a hairdresser and a couple of times I actually like over bleached it. But yeah, this is all me. I was thinking about getting the extensions, but I don't know. It's definitely time. See, sometimes I skip this step. Like, I'm supposed to just bleach this part, like this more golden part, and then go back in later and do the roots. But sometimes I like try to be lazy and skip, and then I try to do it all. And it doesn't process in the same amount of time that it's supposed to, and then I end up screwing it up. And then sometimes my hair falls out. Sometimes. But, I'll tell you something. Long ago. I don't even know if it... No, it was Robert. It was doing YouTube then. I went into this hair salon, this local hair salon, and I told the lady that I wanted to go platinum, and she said, "Okay, no problem. It's gonna take a couple visits." I said, "No problem. I get it." So she came in. Oh, yeah, I have PTSD from a mullet. I'm sure where you were put in one. How do you keep your hair so pretty? It's an illusion. It's just good lighting. It's actually very crispy. I'm a chubby gal. I couldn't imagine myself with a mullet. I look ridiculous. And then she ghosted you. No, she did not. So we sat down. Oh my god. We sat down to start doing it and she was putting like, all, you know, number one, the girl that was doing it was new. Okay? I should have just said right then, no, I don't want the new girl, but I couldn't say it. So the new girl's doing my hair. The new girl is going to give me platinum blonde hair, okay? And she's like, she gave me the whole rundown. You know, it's going to take a couple of like, you know, sessions or whatever. And I was like, that's fine. Well, she starts to process my hair, right? The reason why I'm able to do my hair at home is because my hair processes pretty good. Like when I put lightener on, it's like a dishwater blonde. It's brunette, but it's like not, I don't know, it's hard to explain. And it's kind of going gray at this point. So she puts like the bleach on and it's starting to turn like real fast. And she's like, oh, I think we're going to be able to get your hair done today. And I was like, hell yeah, let's do that. And then, oh my God, you guys. All I know is that I was there at the salon for 10 hours. I was at the salon for 10 hours. I didn't have nothing to drink. I didn't have nothing to eat. No one offered me anything to drink. No one offered me anything to eat. Like, I was just held hostage in this chair, you know? And when it was all said and done, like, they had the audacity to turn my ass away from the mirror for a reveal when they knew what it looked like, and they had the audacity to do that. My hair was bleached, but it was yellow. Like, okay, so they got this part, this bottom part, they got it lightened up enough, right? But they didn't get my roots light. It was highlighter yellow, and then where they had tried to tone it, there was a big purple line all the way, like it looked like they did it on purpose. Just this big purple line right here. And they swung me around in that chair like they had done something, and I said, oh no. Like, it took me so long to process it and like finally say something. And I asked for the manager. You would have been proud. I asked for the manager, and the manager came over, and as soon as she came over, she was like, oh my God. And I was like, bitch, don't act like you weren't over there in the corner the whole time watching her do that shit to my head. You know what I mean? Wild. Wild, 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 wild. So ever since then, I was mortified to go get my hair like done. And I thought, I can't screw this shit up any worse than what they did. There's no possible way. So I'm just going to start doing it myself. So I looked up a ton of YouTube videos, and then finally found one that worked for me and started doing my own shit, because it's a lot to ask where I live to get like a good hairstylist, or to get like your nails done. I constantly get questions when I'm out, they're like, who's your nail tech? Who's your nail tech? I'm like, I do my own nails, because I just can't, you know? So these girls, oh man, I've been jacked up one side and down the other. I actually got nail fungus from a nail salon like 10 years ago here in town. So it ain't cute. It ain't cute. But anyways, maybe, I think we did show some pictures a long time ago of where Casey had a mullet back in the day, because mullets were a thing. And then when I came along, they were hot topics for Casey. And then when I came along, it was not so hot. So it was a generation before me. But one time I think we tried to show pictures and stuff on a podcast, and like I was trying to like have fun and like roast Casey a little bit, but it came off like I was bullying him a little bit. And then the comments were like, oh, why is she making fun of him? And I was like, I didn't mean for it to come off like that. I was just like kind of roasting him or whatever, you know. So it was just, every time I show pictures and stuff like that and like goof on Casey, everybody gets really butthurt about it, because everybody loves Casey. So independent, that's right. Do you know what that means? Oh, I got one step. You remember that episode? We showed his kicky punchy pictures. That was a long time ago. He does it to me all the time. He totally roasts my ass all the time. Just like Andrew. It's very loving. We love to keep each other on our toes. These are my new 5XLs that I got from E-Nail Couture, because they finally started like being good with their shipping and stuff. Yeah, that's when his whole family wore the same outfit, because his mom made him. Yeah, that picture's up at his house. You know, another thing is so funny in his mom's house. The you remember in like 2nd or 3rd grade when you would stand like this, and then they would put the projector light on your head, and then your teacher would like, you younger people probably didn't have this done, because this was back in the projector days, okay? But you would stand like this, and then light would shine, and then your silhouette would show up on this like black piece of construction paper, and your teacher would go back there, and then she would like outline your profile, basically your head, okay? So Casey Casey's teacher did that for him and his brother. Casey's head is like 3 times bigger, but they were like they weren't that far apart in age. It's such a hilarious representation of like, he's got like a bigger dome, you know what I mean? It just is so funny. And every time I think about like those family pictures and shit like that, I think about those. I have one too, a cardboard cutout at the house, you know what I mean? Thank the Lord I didn't have a sister to contrast and compare myself to, because I'd probably be in a nut house, you know what I mean? Oh, you've been binging all the podcasts. Yeah, I don't even link them under my videos anymore because it's so far out of the realm of possibilities of things to do. Casey's like, because he's wearing lots more hats than he once did, then he's like really, and he tries to keep up with his kids too on the weekends, and we're all trying to like make it to church and then trying to get the whole family together for like lunch afterwards, and there's just no way in hell. Sometimes I think like if we just sit on the couch together and like we would just talk, that we could do it, but there's no way that he can get like with the microphones and the deck and like him getting the audio. Like it took him several, like 4 or 5 hours to get that audio clean, separated into like 2 headphones. It was a whole deal. And then he was like uploading it on Spotify and all that crap. So he was really putting a lot of work into it, and he just don't have time. And I'm definitely not. And not hitting the record button. Christ almighty. We still see like sometimes the Big Bang Theory. We watch that show a lot, and there's an episode where Amy forgot to hit the record button, and I've never related to a TV show more in my life, because when you sit and you're talking to your husband, who you already talked to all the damn time anyways, for 25 minutes, and he didn't push the record button. Oh my God. No one has time for that nonsense. Belia Kate, ever broken a nail in the gym? Mine are a third long, and I broke a third as long, and I broke one yesterday. I've never broke one, but I have jammed them into a few things. I just try to be really careful. I think personally it's the reason why I got tennis elbow, because when I was wrapping my hands around the weights and I was doing like the chest flies like this, I don't think my grip goes like as far as someone else's. Are you kidding me right now? I don't think my grip goes as far as everybody else's, so I think that's another reason why I got like a weird, I'm just like falling apart, you guys. But no, I've never broke one, but I have jammed them into a couple things. I've had 2 random strangers come up to me though and say that they've never in their entire lives seen a woman with long nails. Ugh. Oh, don't panic. I'll just scoop you. Don't panic. I've never seen a girl with long nails lifting weights before. 2, well, they were boomers, but you know, they probably don't get out much. You should start a nail YouTube account. I do some nail videos over on my other channel called Rachel's So-Called Life, but I'm just not good at putting out content like I should. Truer words have never been spoken, Andrew. Truer words have never been spoken. Alright, I've been on here for over an hour chatting with you guys. Have you ever attempted to pollinate your black band? I have not, Rachel. I have not. You live for more else. Well, I did. I have one in the queue where I did the black stilettos, the last set that I had before this one. And I'll tell you what, if you're filming shit on your iPhone for YouTube videos or whatever, get it off of your phone that day, Because if not, like everything goes up into the cloud and then it takes forever to pull it back down. And those videos, they were like 45 minutes, you know, because it's like from me filing and painting and stuff like that. And then, damn, dude, like it's taking forever for me to pull them off of the cloud. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just pulling a bunch of stuff off the cloud. I have a full leg day routine. All the footage for that for Rachel's So-Called Life. I have a full nail video for Rachel's So-Called Life. I have no content for over here. So that's why I went live today, and I was thinking about my last shopping videos have done so good. I feel like you guys really, really love it when I go shopping. So who am I to you know what I'm saying? Who am I to stop the shopping? If that's what you guys want, I am willing to give it to you. So I think the next video would just be me going to like Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that since Newmark's closed. Boo. Rachel, what's your secret to a happy, healthy marriage? How do you get through the tough times? Oh, I don't know. That's a loaded question. I don't know. I think picking a good partner is like literally 80% of the work. And I think, you know deep down when you're not with the right person. And I think you also conversely know deep down when you are with the right person. And I don't know. I have a lot of problems like we've talked about. Anxiety, you know, borderline depression, struggled with agoraphobia, tendencies in the past, you know, all this stuff. So it's important to have someone who levels you out a little bit, maybe doesn't suffer with as many issues, you know, and can kind of ground you a little bit more. But I haven't really been married long enough to give away like secrets and tips and tricks. Like we were just married 6 years this past year. We had our 6-year wedding anniversary last month? Yeah, July 23rd was our 6-year wedding anniversary. So it feels like I've been with Cletus for literally ever. Like I can hardly remember a time when me and Cletus weren't together. But we've only been married for 6 years, so catch me back in another 10 years. If everything's still going good, I'll let you know. I'm positive that it will, though. I'm positive that it will. Casey's a good man. He's a really good man. He deserves a lady like me. Y'all should be rooting for him. But anyways, I think I'm going to get off here. It's now been 112 minutes together. You two have been together for as long as I've known you. Yep, that's true. That's true. And when me and Casey and I were actually talking about it the other day, and I told him, I was like, it is so wild that I started my YouTube channel at all because of the things that I kind of suffer with, and, you know, like all my shit that I carry around. It's so weird that I started a YouTube channel, and it's so weird that it's still going, and it's so weird that you guys support me like you do, and I just feel like really overwhelmed by it a lot, you know, like the whole thing, you know, the whole thing is really crazy. So I have days where I'm like super duper grateful that you guys are here, that I've known you guys for as long as I've known you. Like I've had better parasocial relationships or internet relationships with you people than I have had like in my entire life with like normal people. You know what I mean? So it's really nice. I love you guys. Glad to have caught your live, Rachel. Chat was good. Please consider doing more in the future. I sure will. Later, Tater. Later, Tater. All right, guys. I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. If you liked today's video, be sure and give it a like if you can remember to do so. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope this video helps you to fall asleep, get some work done, get some things accomplished. Not like me. Don't be like me. Okay, don't be like me with the baby shit walls and the paisley maroon shit. Use my stuff to get some stuff done. Go do some plant chores. Go prevent the flat mites. Go be. Go do. Go love things. Go grow things. We love you guys. Bye.